awesome. Welcome in, everybody. It's St. Jimmy 25 here, and I just wanted to let y'all know. Sorry about the late thing today, but it was just a lot of setting up with Streamlabs, trying to get all this set up together. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. We are playing a new game tonight, Stellaris, one of my favorite games actually. So there's that. And am I streaming? Did it not work? I should be streaming. Yep, okay, I am streaming. It's not showing up on my phone as streaming, so I'm like, wait a second. Okay. One second. Almost there. One more second. Those are past broadcasts. Okay, I think we got it. I want to get off this. Hold on one more second. Get that out of here. Okay, guys. Whew. That was fun. I'm hoping I get the notifications now that I've set up Streamlabs. We shall see. First time really doing this. So, if you're new here or if you're not used to Stellaris, if you've ever played or not, it is a space, I would say, domination game. So you build an empire in space and you try to take over as much land, either by just going and building a bunch of ships and destroying everybody in your path, becoming technologically superior to everyone, then using those superior technology to wipe everybody out. So there's that's going on. You could federate, like in Star Trek. We got the Federation. So you can either be peaceful, you can be warlike. It's so much fun. You actually make your own characters, and the way your empire is run, it can be democratic, imperial. It can be a lot of different things. So we're actually going to dive in and look at what we're going to be doing today. I've already set this up, but this is what we're going to be looking at. So I have made a Technocracy, the Dorbolans. They are adorable, by the way. See the little packs on the back? It's very nice. But they are democratic, so they are not going to be like anti-federation, they're not going to be like trying to war, but they can if they need to. And when it's a democratic, every 10 years you're going to hold an election. So you start with a ruler, and he gives you these basic traits that either boost your food or boost your energy or minerals. Energy and minerals are going to be very important to the gameplay, where you need those to expand your empire, to grow pops, to build ships, everything really. So he or she, whoever your leader is, basically has certain traits, which you can't really see on here right now. They are randomly generated. And so every 10 years that will change. Maybe it'll be the same leader. We don't know. We'll hold an election because that's what democracies do. Go America. Okay, but these are what I did pick earlier. Technocracy. So basically you start with 3 research alternatives to choose from, because there are 3 different science parts. There's physics, society, and materials, something like that. Engineering. And usually for each one you get 3 alternatives. You have to choose one, and it takes a certain amount of months to start. I mean to complete, sorry. Don't know why I said start, but to complete such technology. Engineering is mainly for your ships and guns and lasers and things like that. Physics is for your shields, different wormholes, stuff that you can do. Society, of course, society research. So now instead of starting with 3 on each of those, I'm going to get a 4th one, which will give us just more variety because it is 3 randomly generated stuff. And you might not want what it shows, but you have to choose at least one of them. We are also a meritocracy. This is basically your leaders have certain levels that they can get up to, and then they can't go any further. And the higher the level, the quicker you solve anomalies, the quicker they research things. So having higher level leaders is very good to get things done quicker, because this is a quick-paced game. Later on, right now it's just to kind of get started. I mean, it's a very, very long-term game, but it is quick in the sense that you want to build up your stuff faster than the other empires out there who are trying to kill you, because you do have to expand and take land, well, star systems. So this will help us having an extra leader, having a higher level cap to get things done quicker. So you get 2 choices up here, depending on if you choose Democracy, if you choose any of the other stuff. In fact, let me just go in here and show you guys a little bit more. So, where are we at? Government and ethics, right? So because I chose democratic, it's going to give me a bunch of stuff over here for civics. I ended up choosing these 2. These are your ethics. Basically, you have a bunch of different ones. I've chosen egalitarian, so basically the influence cost for factions is higher, but that is a-okay. Nothing wrong with more factions coming into us. Consumer goods cost less, so we can build things quicker, which is really, really good for our planets. Materialist, we can build robots. So basically, you are... Let me go over here and show you real quick. No, not the species name. Yes, you choose what kind of world you want to start on. If you start on a tropical world, you are not going to be able to just settle on like a frozen world or a dry world, because your habitability is not there right now. You can do different buffs to help you with habitability, but you basically are stuck to these 3 as your highest habitability, maybe a other one like tundra or alpine, but you're most likely just going to be ocean, continental, tropical. That's what you'll be looking for, or Gaian worlds, which are perfect worlds, kind of like Earth. Not anymore, of course, but that is 100% habitability to any race, anything. So as we were going back to our government and ethics here, you could build droids, and to build droids you have to build robots. And we can do that better, and if we have droids we can colonize any planet whatsoever. So even if we don't have the habitability, we can actually still colonize those planets. So that's what's going on with that. And also our research speed is 5% because we are a technocracy. We do want to speed up faster and faster with our research, get to new technologies. And we are xenophiles. We love everybody. We want people to come visit us, come interact with us, federate, do all that fun stuff. We are friendly little aliens. So you're probably wondering, or maybe you're not, why 3? Why can't I do 4? Why is it keeping me only at 3? Okay, we have all this fun stuff. If you are in the blue, it costs 1. You get 3 ethics points, alright? So let's take all these off here. We have 3 ethics points. We can do, each of the blue ones cost 1, but if you're hive mind, it takes everything. That's a completely different thing, and we're not going to do that right now. Being a Gestalt consciousness. Okay, so if you're out here, you get better buffs, but it takes 2 cost, like that faction modifier. Or if we were in the materialist, now instead of 10% discount on robots and 5% research speed, you could be fanatic materialist and have that doubled. So we're going to keep this here so that we have more benefits overall. Okay, so there's that. I could also be oligarchic. Yeah, whatever. That's that. It's a lot of customizing. You can have, these are just backgrounds. It's not that important whatsoever. These are the main things that affect the game. That and your traits. So traits, this is, I've already chosen traits, but we haven't discussed anything about the traits. Unity, as you can see under traditional over here, we have unity, output plus 10%. Unity is what gets you to different ascension perks, which are very, very powerful things for your society. And so the more unity you do, the quicker you do the unity, the better, basically. And you unlock different stages. You could be supremacy, discovery, federations. All that is unlocked through unity. And the more unity, the quicker you get it, the better your society is going to be. So I did choose that we are traditional. And you only have a certain number of picks to go. I do have one pick left, but I don't have enough points for anything. I could take a negative multiplier. So this is where you can really, really, really customize your stuff. Like, some cost a lot more than others, but they do have great bonuses. Like, this is intelligent, which helps on all of your research, but those are on the tiles on your planet, which we will go into in just a little bit. So traditional unity output's great. Quick learners are, we get more experience for our leaders, and that ties back into what I was talking about with having a higher leader cap. I'm getting to that cap quicker through quick learning, but the thing is, our leaders do die 10 years quicker than normal. So instead of like 100 years, it's like 90, which can have an effect on you at certain times, but for mostly it's not that big a deal. And especially, you want to kind of put these together so that even though they may not live forever, they make up for it with the extra experience and gaining levels quicker. Talented, that is where we get our leader level cap. So I'm actually, I think, yeah, so we have an extra +2 on our level cap compared to anybody else, so we can get to higher levels, which means we can do things faster. So that's what that's about. There's so many different appearances here, and to go through all these is just ridiculous. Like, for each one of these, there's probably, what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 to 20, 15 to 18 machines, mammalians, reptilians. Everyone loves the geckos, if you saw that. The geckos, they're cute. Avian, anthropod, and we just keep going down and down. It's just basically what your species looks like. And hey, we may show up when we federate with people. They will come to our planets with migration treaties and things like that. So that's pretty cool. What else can I talk to you guys about? City appearance, advisory, empire name. Oh, you can customize your flag. So there's so many things you can do. Colors, different kinds of things. Domination, blocking. I mean, it's ridiculous, the customization. Your ship appearance, whatever your ships look like. Ruler, you can randomize the name or create your own name. Titles. So we're gonna hit done for that. And now we come to setting up the actual game. So as you can see, there is a lot of stuff to do just beforehand. Okay, so let's take a look here. Am I still on? That might be why it says I'm one viewer. I'm like, why do I have a viewer and there's nobody? It's because I'm on myself. Let me get that off. Okay. So you can customize small, medium, large, huge, just basically, and even tiny. I like to play on huge. It gives you the most room to expand, because even if you hit randomize, usually they clutter up together. For some reason, you are always going to be near somebody. You can do the type of galaxy, spiral with 2 arms, spiral with 4 arms, ring galaxy, elliptical. I like to play either spiral 2 arms, spiral 4 arms, or elliptical. We're going to play on spiral 4 arms big because it gives more choke points for defense, which we'll get into as well. Since we are playing on a huge map, it kind of generates stuff for you. AI empires are all the other empires out there besides you, which of course you can pretty much get. Do you want them to have any with advanced starts? If you do, you do not want those advanced neighbors near you because they will come out and kill you. So we kind of want to knock this down a couple. We don't really want a lot of advanced starts, so we want to kind of an even footing. Let me actually tick this up a little bit, so there'll be at least a decent amount of people to meet. Fallen Empires. These guys are super, super powerful. Usually dismissive, though they could hate you. There's, I think, 4 different types. Had another long, long day at work, so one of those things going on. Fallen Empires, very powerful, ancient empires that you don't really want to encroach upon them, unless they are the friendly ones. There are some that are very friendly, and you can make allies with them. It's rare. For most of the time, they don't really give a damn about you. There is an exception to it. There is one that is like Holy Guardians, and there's a Gaian world, a few Gaian worlds near them, but not in their territory. If you settle those Gaian worlds, they will ask you one of two things. They will say, leave that Gaian world alone, because it's their holy world. They do not want anybody on it. Their gods have blessed that world just to be pure. So, Gaian worlds, if you settle that one, they're not just all Gaian worlds, just the ones near that one fallen empire. If you do not leave, they will send their huge fleet and wipe you out. There's no way you can fight a fallen empire. At least early, mid, and maybe not even late game. Maybe late game depending on some things, but you do not want to do that. There are other ones that, as I said, want you to be friends with them. There's some that just do not care about you. There's some that's just super technology and they don't want to share their technology. So, Fallen Empires, there is an in-game crisis that always involves them, which we'll get to maybe in a few streams down the way. Marauder Empires, these guys are basically like the barbarians of Civ, but on steroids. They are super, super powerful empires, and you can actually pay them to go attack other enemy empires. But if you also spawn next to them, they could just try to raid you. So we want to keep it at like 2. And we're just going to keep these all on like 1 multipliers. Primitive civilizations, these are other civilizations that haven't quite got to space yet. But you can put like an observation post and watch them and check out their ethics. You could even be like aggressive and start probing them, or, you know, abducting them. And you could even be like teaching them your ethics and change their ethic views on things like that. What else can we do? Oh yes, and you could even at some point uplift them to a spacefaring society and add them as an AI empire. But if you do that, they will be completely your ally forever. So that's something you might want to think about when you see primitive civilizations and other people going for it. You might want to prioritize primitive civilizations. They are really cool. Crisis strength, we'll just leave it on the default. Mid-game, these are just different types of when the mid-game will start in the end-game year. It doesn't mean the game ends in 2.4, 2.5. It could be a couple years after that. I think it defaults to captain, yeah. Maybe, yeah, I'll hold it down captain for now. We're not going to do scaling difficulty where it gets harder. Basically, bonuses scale up over time. We don't want that. Normal aggressiveness. See, random placement for the empires. We could cluster everybody up, and that'd be just ridiculous. Maybe that'll be for another stream, but we want to just put them random. We don't want those advanced neighbors near us, as we stated. So that covers pretty much this intro video for you. And in the next video for you guys, which this will be on my YouTube if you're not watching at the moment, this will be the play. So we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you all for going through this, just the beginning part of getting all this together. If we had set up an empire, it would have been even longer of a video. But thank you. I appreciate you guys, and see you in the next stream. St. Jimmy 25 out.